Hey, everybody, welcome to the lending report for August 1st, 2025. Welcome to August. Missed you all of July. Sorry about that. It was 4th of July weekend. I was out of town. Then I got sick for, about 2 weeks. And it was my daughter's 30th birthday. Had family in town, celebrating her, had a big party, lots of family and friends over. And next thing I know, we're in August. So sorry about July, missed you, but good thing about August, football has started again. So very excited about that, ready to see how my Rams do this season. But today, all I got for you is basically the jobs report, which always is a very big part to every month, start of every month, but it certainly is a big market mover for us. And today was a particularly good day. So let's get right into it. With some slides. We'll start with the ADP report showing that job creations were 104,000 versus the $75,000 estimate. Not too bad. The previous report was revised down 23,000 from the initial loss of 33,000 jobs. The major pull in jobs came from medium and large businesses, so small companies not adding a lot of job opportunities right now. The heaviest sector pulling for jobs was 46,000 in leisure and hospitality. That's been a big driver for a while, though. But we do see a decrease in the education and health services, a loss of 38,000 per the ADP report. Now, today we got the BLS report, and here in the BLS report, this was a pretty big miss. This is showing that there were 73,000 jobs created, but the estimate was 110,000. Now, the biggest gains were in healthcare and social assistance in this report at 73,000, and leisure and hospitality finally dropped off a bit at 5,000 because leisure and hospitality has been the driver in job creations for the past 2 years, really since the pandemic and when the economy opened back up and businesses opened. It was leisure and hospitality that's driven everything. Big news within this report, though, you look at that birth-death model, showing there were 257,000 birth deaths. So that again means the creation of businesses versus those that have shut down. Kind of a joke there, not really realistic, because if you look at the revised numbers, 170,000 difference between what was previously revised, lower to be exact. And if you look at the revisions between May and June, there was a revision to the BLS report for 258,000 jobs, saying there were 2,000, the job creations were overstated by 258,000. That's huge. But unfortunately, the market does not look backwards. It only looks forward. So we're not going to see a correction for those past couple of months because these numbers were revised. However, it is a bit of a wake-up call right now based on what we're seeing in the numbers. And for them to see that, we know that maybe those job creations, the job market, not as strong as we thought. And certainly vindicates kind of the fact that our continuing job claims, initial jobless claims continuing have been elevated for the past month at this point. We're not seeing a decrease, which does indicate that there is difficulty in finding new employment when people have either left their job or been let go. In terms of mortgage applications activity, down, not very surprising. Purchase is down 6% week over week. Refinance is down 1%. However, we might see a change in adjustment in that if we see some activity now from these BLS reports, the ADPs from this activity, the market has given us some favorable numbers today, and I'll show you that here in a second. Let me share my screen. Whoops. We need to remove that one and add this one. There we go. You can see today, right now, we are up about 37 basis points in the green. That's really, really good. A huge jump compared to the prior weeks. This puts us kind of where we were just over a month ago, around June 26th. That was kind of our high there. So we have definitely took just over a month, but we've made up some ground. So we could see some interest rate changes today. I haven't seen a lot of activity yet. But it is possible that we will see some rate changes, some improvements in rates throughout the day. And if with any luck, maybe that'll carry through to the next week. So with inventory up, interest rates maybe sneaking down a little bit, this could be a really good time to get in that market, check things out if you are interested in buying. I do feel like we've seen a little bit of shift. There's more moderation away from the seller market to a little bit more maybe of the buyer market. I am seeing seller concessions being offered. And if you get the right company, those of us who are brokers that we can really work with those interest rates do have an opportunity to get some decent rates right now. We're not going to see 2 or 3, but you're talking maybe high 5s, low 6s, that type of thing. Just depends on your situation, if you're willing to pay any points, if the seller's going to contribute anything. There are options, though, to help with that mortgage payment. That's all I've got for you today. Sorry I missed you for a month, but look forward to seeing you on a regular basis again. Now, have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. Go Rams!